Grimalkin, Witch's Cat, Towboat Trail, Smoke on the Water. Alright guys, Towboat Trail here, Smoke on the Water. Gonna spark this Grimalkin up here. Really like how it looks in that red light. It's pretty neat. But I see what people are saying about this label. A lot of people gave Emilio Cigars a lot of flack over it. Said it looked like a cheap bundle cigar. And I could see what they're saying. You know, it's kind of plain looking, but I wouldn't say it looks like a bundle. It's a well-made label. It's just different than what most people are used to. My personal opinion, I love it. I think it's great. I think it's playful. Grimalkin, that's Witch's Cat. Everybody's Googling it and finding all these different words. An angry, mean old cat, and a regular old cat, and a grumpy old lady, and all this kind of stuff. It's a Witch's Cat. How do I know? I just know. Don't ask Towboat Trail questions that he doesn't have to answer. But that is what it is. It's Witch's Cat. But rumored to be produced at the My Father factory by Jamie Garcia or Don Pepin Garcia. Not Emilio Cigars hasn't fully came out and said that, but there's a lot of blogs and stuff saying that that's where this particular cigar is produced. Other blends of Emilio cigars, the AF1, AF2, well, they're made by AJ Fernandez, hence the AF in the name. But this one's rumored to be made by the My Father cigar company. It is off of their website, made in Esteli, Nicaragua. It doesn't tell you the exact types of tobacco. It just says that the cigar is very limited by harvest. It's a beautiful stick. It really is. It's got kind of a dusty, plumy looking wrapper, slight texture on it, a little bit of discoloration, a few veins and stuff. It's not the smoothest, most perfect looking cigar, but I really like it. It really goes well with the band. The whole thing, you know, sometimes you see cigars with these beautiful, really fancy bands, and it's just big, lumpy, nasty looking cigar, and this one, you know, and the other one times you see a cigar with a plain band that has a paper smooth wrapper. This cigar, it really fits the whole package, and the aroma of it, it's very well aged. It's got a beautiful, beautiful dark tobacco smell with a pepper, you know, just a well aged barnyard aroma that you get from the well aged cigars. You don't really get it off of Maduros because of the way they're made, but the way that the tobacco's cured. But this is not a Maduro, obviously. But beautiful smelling cigar. All the way down the wrapper, the foot. This is one of the cigars I just can't get enough smelling of it. And I really hope it tastes as good as it smells. Emilio Grimalkin come in 3 different sizes. The Torpedo, which is obviously what I have here, that comes in a Robusto, and it also comes in a Toro. Exact ring gauges aren't provided, but this is about your standard 52 ring gauge Torpedo, I would say. You know, nice size, kind of around the same lines as a Monte Cristo number 2 type of shape. So without further ado, I'm going to clip it, toast it, strike it up, come back with you with my first impressions. But this, by the way, is a gift from my best friend, Big Worm. Appreciate it, Big Worm. Thanks as always. Picked this up for me at the cigar shop in Biloxi, Mississippi, which is also the shop that Ben from Nice Tight Ash frequents And I believe now Ben is actually a cigar rep for Emilio Cigars. But that's where this bad boy comes from. So going to give it our best good shot and see what happens. Stubbo Trail. All right. Still puffing on the Emilio Grimalkin here. And as you see, it's got a kind of a wonky burn. It's been doing that. It'll catch up, and then it's been doing that since the first half inch. It's very full flavored, and I don't mean strong flavored, which I think people confuse. The flavors are very prominent. It's easy to tell that this cigar is very complex. It's got a lot of nice spice, great taste in the mouth, great retro hell. I see what all the buzz is about. It's got a sweet taste, not a Maduro sweet, but like a sweet aftertaste. It's not the best construction, you know, as you see with this thing's probably going to fall off in my lap here, but there's one of the eyeballs. But I got to tell you, I'm really impressed with the taste. I've heard it compared to the Jamie Garcia Reserve Especial, which is also one of my favorite sticks. Me and my buddy split a box of those here recently. Just got one or two left. This cigar, to me, tops even that so far. Of course, I've smoked many Jamie Garcias and I enjoy those immensely. It has a beautiful ash, nice stack, as you see. And it just has some great flavors coming through it. See if I can pick out a few for you. It's just a beautiful, well-aged tobacco. You've got some loamy earth. I stole that word off somebody else's blog, but I taste it. Somebody else had to pick it out first for me to be able to find it. So, full disclosure, my palate is training, but you know, and maybe those kind of things influence me when I read somebody else's take on it. But you know, I do taste the earth, and I do see where they say the loamy, kind of moist. It makes you think of like a mossy forest. The smell when you're, you know, it just brings back memories of my childhood. Honestly, I know it sounds corny, but that taste does. Not the cigar, but the taste. It's very pleasant cigar, very pleasant spice. My friend, he found the spice to be overwhelming. He dislikes any spicy cigars, though. He doesn't like them. I've talked to him about it, and in my opinion, it's because, you know, having smoked with him, there's no wrong way to smoke a cigar. But when I watch him smoke, he smokes them very quickly. Most of the time, he's finished with a cigar as much as sometimes 15 to 20 minutes before I am. So, I mean, he really hammers on them pretty hard. And when you do that, it heats it up, and it changes the way the flavors interact. That's not necessarily good, not necessarily bad. It's everybody's own taste and opinion. But I would imagine it ramps the spice up and makes it somewhat harsh. But sip slow. This has a beautiful spice. I love Don Pepin sticks. I'm a Pepin fan, and I've read other reviews about Pepin saying, you know, if you kind of love him or you hate him. Well, I officially love him because I love the Don Pepin Blue. I enjoy the My Father's Don Pepin Blue label. I gave that just a roaring review. It's a great cigar. the Jamie Garcia Reserva Especial is also another My Father cigar. So I'm a My Father fan, big time. And it's just, this cigar is only rumored to be made by them, but I would believe it by the flavor profile. I definitely would. So far, a wonderful cigar. We'll check back at the band point, see how it's going. But the burn's a little wonky, but it keeps catching up. I haven't had to touch it up or relight it. I thought I was going to have to, but a couple drags and a couple of large puffs and it caught up. Ash is holding on well, as you see. I'm going to have to knock that off or I'll be sweeping that up. So, alright, this Tobo Trail. Check back soon. Thank you. Alright, back with the finish on the Emilio Grimalkin. Excellent stick all the way down. The only complaint I had was the burn remained wonky. Probably got a little bit worse as it got down. Still by no means bad. You know, it didn't affect the taste at all. Had one relight, but that's probably attributed to got kind of busy and put it down for a minute. So I'll chalk that one up to operator error. Also, it clogged up on me. The draw started to get real restrictive, and flavors were getting kind of light, muddled, hard to get. So I clipped it again, and it opened it right up. And the next draw I was like, wow, you know, I should have clipped it 10 minutes before, because it really brought it back to life. So it was definitely say it's a great cigar, great flavors, must try. So Tobo Trail, thumbs up there. So definitely something I'll be trying to get a few more of, and I'd like to try the Toro, which is normally my favorite size. I do like torpedoes also. I'm partial to the way that they look. I think they're good looking cigars, but by the way it smokes, I prefer a Toro. That's my perfect ring gauge, length, the amount of tobacco. I find a Toro a lot of times will smoke longer than a Churchill. Seems like you're getting more money for a Churchill, but Churchills are a lot of times 48 ring gauge. And you get a 52 to a 50, a lot of times a 56 ring gauge Toro is just, it's not as fat as those Gordo 60 ring gauge ones. But, you know, it's still very substantial. And that's my favorite size. So they make a Toro, and I'm going to try to pick one up here in the next month or two. And I may do a little short review, just letting y'all know how that is. So, alright, that's it for the Emilio Grimalkin. Down the hole it goes. Tobo Trail, smoke on the water.